The chapter I chose to analyze was English conversations and writing class. First, the chapter connects social mobility to transnationalism through Edwin's story. I worked on a ranch. Before moving to the US, he reflected on how he worked on his grandparents' ranch in a Latin American country where he was given a lot of responsibility. For example, he milked the cattle and repaired fences. During class activity, he said that he did not have any work experience, but upon more inquiries from classmates, he revealed that he had worked on his grandparents' ranch. By the end of the class, the whiteboard was filled with farm skills and artistry he had learned from working on the ranch. This story connects social mobility to transnationalism because he shared the experiences he had from his home country to his host country. This reflects the exchange of knowledge between countries that extends beyond borders. By sharing his unique experiences, it increased his social mobility because someone who at first appeared uninteresting or unable to add anything to the conversation was able to engage his classmates to the extent that the whiteboard was filled. Furthermore, it also makes this connection from a quote from one of the attendees of Emerson's English speaking class. It is important not to forget anything. I'm not Mexican or half American, I'm double. This quote reveals that this attendee believes learning English is an opportunity to learn more about another culture while maintaining knowledge of your home country's culture. This double knowledge can give someone an edge. Not only does this quote encourage individuals not to assimilate, but being open to new experiences increases your social mobility. Second, the chapter connects literacy to English as lingua franca through Maria's story, the story of my first marriage. She discusses that when she first moved to Boston, she was first illiterate and first learning to read. However, after weeks of class, she developed a passion for writing. The next week, she brought a 7-page handwritten autobiography to class in Spanish. Although she developed this passion, she never received her high school diploma because she had to work. Fast forward, she got her certificate for a nurse's assistant, applied for a job, and got an interview. The reason I chose this story to connect literacy to ELF because she got into the interview room by being literate. It's fair to assume that her English isn't perfect and most likely consists of grammatical errors due to her lack of a high school diploma, but she was still able to achieve this impressive feat. The point I'm trying to make is that you don't need perfect grammatical English, and instead you just need to be literate to an extent to improve your social mobility. Finally, in reference to Emerson's English speaking classes, I want to touch on how learning two languages connects to literacy to translingualism. If you are learning two languages, your ears are trained to listen to differences in pronunciation, words, and phrases. Therefore, becoming literate in another language can take patience to recognize these differences. Thank you.